Hello, I hope you're well from wherever you're joining me. And today's daf is 15 Omid A of Teruma, using Steinsaltz edition. Let's dive straight in. So it says, Eseh Shanim Malach Shmuel Ba'atzmo Shana Achad Malach Shaul Shmuel Ushtayim Shem Malach Shaul Ba'atzmo Shloshim V'Sheva Shel Malach David. So this is not going to be a literal translation. They add words to explain so it's clearer, the explanation. There were 10 years during which Shmuel reigned alone, from the death of Eli until the coronation of Saul, and 1 year that Saul reigned and Shmuel was still alive. Saul reigned for 1 year during the lifetime of Shmuel, and 2 years that Saul reigned by himself, after the death of Samuel. In addition, there were 37 years during which David ruled, first in Hebron and later in Jerusalem. This amounts to a total of 40 years when the Jewish people had first requested a king, and Absalom felt it was now his time to rule over the Jewish people. And now moving to the Mishnah. Chatzas hayachid shekibru baleha meisa v'shel sibo enoch meisa. There is halacha transmitted to Moses from Sinai that there are 5 sin offerings that are unfit for sacrifice on the altar, with no remedy and therefore left to die. They are the offspring of a sin offering, the substitute for a sin offering, the sin offering whose owner died, a sin offering whose owner achieved atonement with another sin offering, when the original sin offering was lost or stolen and later recovered, a sin offering whose year had passed. The Mishnah continues the discussion on the distinction between the individual and communal offerings. An individual offering whose owner achieved atonement, there's a footnote here, an individual sin offering that was lost and which was found only after the owner had already sacrificed another animal in its place must be left to die. It may not be killed directly, rather it is put into a locked room and left without food until it dies. If it was a communal sin offering, it is left to graze until it develops a blemish, at which point it is sold and the money used as a communal gift offering. And that's from the Rambam Sefer Avot, Hilchot Besulei Hamodoshin 4:1. When another sin offering after it was lost is left to die, but in the case of a communal sin offering is not left to die. Rabbi Yehuda says, even a communal sin offering shall be left to die. Rabbi Shimon says, just as we found with regard to the offspring of a sin offering, and with regard to the substitute for sin offering, with regard to a sin offering whose owner died, in the footnote explanation here, the offspring of a sin offering, the substitute of a sin offering, and a sin offering whose owner died must be left to die. This halacha applies to individual sin offerings. It is not relevant to communal sin offerings, which must be male and cannot be substituted. In addition, the community cannot die and consequently cannot render a sin offering ownerless. And that's the Rambam Sefer Avot, Hilchot Besulei Hamodoshin 4:1, and that these matters apply to an individual sin offering and not to a communal sin offering. The reason for the halacha is that the concept of death applies only to an individual, not a community. The proof for this is that the Torah commands the sacrifice of goats on festivals and new moons with communal money, despite the fact that some members of the community must have passed away since they gave that money. According to that straightforward reading of the Mishnah and the Rambam's ruling, even the entire community passes away and all present members are new, the principle that the community does not die is still in effect. Interesting. So too, in the case of a sin offering whose owner achieved atonement with another sin offering, and the sin offering whose first year had passed, the matters are stated with regard to an individual sin offering and not with regard to a communal sin offering. The sages taught in Braita. What is the verse teaching when it says, and if he bring a lamb as his offering for sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish? That's 4:32. From where is it derived? With regard to one who separated sin offering, it was lost, and he separated another in its place, and the first one was found alive. In the case of one who separated an animal as a sin offering, and its substitute became lost, and was found only after he separated another animal in its place, and now has both animals before him, if he takes one of them as his offering, the other must be left to die. The halacha is in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Shimon in the Braita, Rambam Sefer Avot, Hilchot Besulei Hamodoshin 4:3, and they both stand fit to be sacrificed. From where is it derived that he may bring whichever of them he wishes? The verse states a sin offering. One might have thought that he must bring both of them. Therefore, the continuation of the verse states he brings it. This teaches that he must bring one of the animals, but not two of them. And later commentaries ask, why does specific verse necessary to teach only one animal is brought? After all, the owner committed only one sin and is obligated to bring a single sin offering. They answer that the suggestion is that the sacrifice of one of the animals might not be sufficient to render the second animal rejected as an offering. And although the owner had already achieved atonement, he must bring the second one as well. Therefore, the verse teaches that only one of the animals is sacrificed, not both of them. When one of the animals is sacrificed, the other receives the state of an animal exchange for a sin offering, and the halacha is that such an animal must be left to die, and that's from the grids. The Gemara asks, and if so, that second animal, what will be with it? Now, Hamnuna says, it is taught in a Braita that Rabbi Yehuda says, it is left to graze. Sorry, what's the place there? But didn't we hear that Rabbi Yehuda's rules in the Mishnah that the animal should be left to die? The Gemara answers reverse the names in the Braita. So then the reason Rabbi Yehuda says that it should be left to die, Rabbi Shimon says it's left to graze. The Gemara asks, but did Rabbi Shimon actually say that it's left to graze? But didn't Rabbi Shimon say there are 5 sin offerings that are left to die, including a sin offering whose owner achieved atonement with another sin offering? But the Gemara explains actually did not reverse the opinions of Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Shimon in the Braita. It is not difficult. Here, when Rabbi Yehuda says it in the Braita that the second animal must be left to graze, is referring to an animal lost at the time of separation of a substitute to take its place. But the original animal was found before the second was sacrificed. Since the animal was found before the other was sacrificed, it's left to graze. There, in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda says the animal is left to die, is referring to an animal that was still lost at the time of atonement and when the substitute was sacrificed. And if you wish to instead, both this Braita and that Mishnah are referring to an animal that was lost only at the time of separation of the second animal, and yet it is not difficult. Here in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda rules, the earlier authorities are puzzled by this statement, as Rabbi Yehuda lived in the generation before Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. If so, how can the Gemara say that he issued his statement according to the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi? They answer, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi and the rabbis disagree with regard to the correct understanding of the statement of Rabbi Yehuda. When Rabbi Yehuda Nasi compiled the Mishnah, he stated Rabbi Yehuda's opinion as he interpreted it, and therefore the Mishnah cites Rabbi Yehuda's statement in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Conversely, the compiler of the Braita formulated Rabbi Yehuda's opinion as interpreted by the rabbis who disagree with Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, and therefore it is Rabbi Yehuda's statement that is in accordance with the opinion of the rabbis and the Marashak Sefer Kiritut, that the animal must be left to die in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi in the Mishnah in 22b, as he maintains that even if the animal was lost only when the second animal was separated and was found by the time it was sacrificed, it must be left to die. There in the Braita, Rabbi Yehuda says that the animal is left to graze in accordance with the opinion of the rabbis in that same Mishnah. The rabbis disagree with Rabbi Yehuda Nasi and rule that the animal is left to die only if it was not yet found when the replacement animal was sacrificed. The Mishnah taught that Rabbi Yehuda says even a communal sin offering which would be left to die if the community had already achieved atonement through another animal. The Gemara asks, but is there one who said that a communal sin offering whose owner has achieved atonement with another sin offering after it was lost is left to die? So that's the end of the Omid. I wish you a very good day and take care. All the best. Bye.